Hey YouTube, this is the Factor at the Eagle's Nest. We are doing another continuation of the G40 Pickup game. It's in the middle of turn 5 currently. This is Japan's turn. Japan bought 2 transports, 4 artillery, a tank, and 3 mechanized infantry. The only attacks they're going in on this turn is they're going on the one attack here against all the Chinese forces. Other than that, they're just going to do some non-combat moves and just position themselves so they're in better position for later on in the game. So I'll come back when that battle's done. All right, we're back with the end of turn 5 for Japan. Scroll over here, that one battle went well. They didn't lose a single unit. They landed the 2 airplanes right behind there. What they did do quite a bit though. They consolidated all their tanks down into Hong Kong along with the planes. Placed some units there, placed some units in Quang Sea there. He did move all of his naval units up here though, so he's definitely trying to protect his transports, unlike last time. So I mean, he's got quite a big defense there. I have quite a bit that can go in there potentially, but I guess we'll see. He did, however, leave the Philippines wide open, so that's good. So we'll now go on with turn 5 of America and see what they do. This is the beginning of turn 5 with America. America bought 2 battleships, a cruiser, and 3 transports. Going on a couple battles here on the Europe side here. We're going to go and take a couple of guys from Normandy and go take Norway. And then here, I took everything from Midway and the bombers from the mainland here. We went into Japan, and that's actually all battle bordered right over here. We didn't put the transports in there, but obviously if Japanese lose the transports, are going to go away. We didn't battle board the planes that he's going to probably scramble because it is still his option yet. So potentially, more than likely, it's also three additional fighters in this battle here. So we're going to go ahead and roll these up, and we'll show you what happens. All right, we're at the end of turn 5 with America. Their turn did not go very good. And that giggling in the background is because he knows it. My attack went horrible. I rolled very poorly. He lost a couple of planes. That's really it. I mean, I damaged everything, but that's when it healed up. So that went very bad. And that left me completely bare over here in the Pacific. So that will definitely have some ramifications. Obviously, Norway I took. I guess I'll pan over there. Norway was a free walk-on, so I took like that. But I guess all my non-combats though kind of put me in a better position for next turn. I brought all the units over from Nova Scotia into England. That's why it's got that marker on there, and that's this big bunch of guys here. Then 8 is here because I have a bunch of transports I moved from Nova Scotia over there. And then I put all my purchases over here on the European side. Even though the Pacific side went poorly, I still bought those and earmarked those for the European side. So over here, I just took my transports, brought them down to Hawaii to try to hold that. So it's not looking good over here in the Pacific. Granted, Anzac is definitely a lot bigger force than it normally is, but that's still a token force compared to what Japan has. So I'm going to definitely have to address that later on in the game. So hopefully that was not the turning point that makes the Pacific side go poorly for the Allies. So we're now going to go on to China's turn. I'll be back once they decide what they're going to do. All right, turn 5 here with China. They bought 4 infantry. China's pretty much doing the most they can do. They walked on to 3 different countries here, or 3 different territories, sorry, just to get the free money. And then they're just going to do some non-combat and place stuff probably around the perimeter over here, so Japan doesn't get free stuff from them. So I'll come back once I do the placements and the non-combat. And to turn 5 for China. They put 1 guy here on the outskirts, put their 3 infantry here, moved all the infantry from, I don't remember what it's called, Yunnan into Sichuan. I'll fix that later. And the Russians are going to come take that one to lock the Japanese in, so they have to at least do some fighting. So hopefully on the defense we take some guys with us this time. So now we're going to go on to the UK turn, which will be a lot more eventful than this one. Turn 5 for the UK. UK Europe bought a infantry, 2 fighters, and an air base. in UK Pacific bought 2 infantry and an artillery. The attacks are going in on. They're taking that entire fleet here and 2 fighters from the UK and going in on that 1 ship there. He does have the option to scramble if he so chooses there. Then a fighter from the UK and infantry from Norway are going into Holland. And then I believe that's all the attacks that's happened. Oh, they have 1 attack over here in the Pacific side. It's a walk-on with a mech going into Malaya. Other than that, the rest will be all non-combat moves. So we'll see what that couple battles look like, and we'll come back. In turn 5 here with Great Britain, the attack here went well. I didn't lose anything, and of course the walk-on over here in the Pacific obviously went well. As far as the non-combats go, moved everything from Yunnan into Sichuan, continued the train of guys going from India, put the 2 infantry and artillery here in French Indochina in their facility they bought. Down here I brought the tank from Ethiopia up to Cairo, brought the guy from Alexandria over to Tobruk to help the mechanized the Soviet mechanized infantry, excuse me. Did quite a bit over here. The Holland offensive went poorly. So I missed, he got a kill, I retreated. So I landed a plane in Scotland, 3 planes now in London, which I suppose I'm going to put on that card. I just kind of forgot to. Move some guys from London on to Normandy. This is what the Normandy card looks like now. And then I put the infantry in Normandy and also the air base that I bought in Normandy then. So we just kind of got ourselves ready for the attack to come more than likely soon here. And then that whole fleet is now in 112 here. So we'll see what the Italians have to do to respond. All right, we're here with turn 5 for the Italians. They bought 2 tanks and an infantry. They went on 2 attacks. They took everything from southern France and the bomber from southern Italy into Normandy there, and we already have that battle boarded. Then they took the tank from Libya, blitzed through Tunisia. Well, I guess Tunisia didn't need to be blitzed through, but they moved through Tunisia and went into Algeria. So those are the 2 attacks they're going in on. Obviously, the Algeria one is a walk-on. So we'll see how the Normandy attack goes. And in turn 5 here with the Italians, their Normandy offensive went not so good. He'd hoped to just chew through my infantry. He left 4 there yet to kind of soften up for the Germans, but he was unsuccessful. Obviously, the Algeria thing went well. He took 4 infantry from northern Italy and put them down into Libya? Yeah, Libya there to halt the advance here a little bit, and then put all of his units there in northern Italy. So as of right now, southern France is wide open, but of course the Germans get to go before anybody else that can do anything about it over there. So we'll see what France and Anzac have to do after this. All right, we're in the beginning of turn 5 with Anzac. Since Anzac is starting to have quite a bit of money here, I'm going to actually do their turn separately from France. So Anzac bought a aircraft carrier, a transport, and a submarine. And the only attack they went in on here, so they took the transport from Sea Zone, 54, and brought it over to Borneo. And they have more to do there, so I'm going to take that 4 back for UK Pacific. And then the rest will be all non-combat moves, so I'll come back once I do all those. All right, we got into turn 5 here with Anzac. They moved the guys from Alexandria over to Tobruk on this side of the map here. And over here, obviously, their landing on Borneo was obviously a success because of just a walk on there. They did move a transport from down by New South Wales there, brought an infantry up to Java. Moved their planes from the Shan State over into the French Indochina with all the other British guys, and moved their small fleet up there, and then put their purchases down there, the only place they can. So I'll be right back with turn 5 of France. All right, we got beginning of turn 5 for France. The only attack they did was they flew the fighter from Normandy. and brought it down here to attack the 2 transports in Zone 96, and because of the air base, they're able to land down here in Tobruk. So that's the only attack they're going to do, and I'll be back with the non-combat moves when we're done. Alright, we're here at the end of turn 5 for France. Obviously the fighter took out those 2 transports, landed in Tobruk. Guys from Cairo and Alexandria just both moved up 1 more step over closer to the Italian front. And that's all the non-combat moves the French did. So of course they don't get any money yet because France isn't liberated. And that would be the end of round 5.